I get to know my body even better because, like you mentioned, I'm here. I'm basically living here.
Yeah,
I'm like your
you
roommate. Basically, but it kind of like now I kind of get the three different stage in my cryo sessions. But the cold is the thing that actually my body reacts the best and help me the best. I do a lot of gym, a lot of sport, from boxing to normal gym. And therefore, you need to take care of the second phase of exercising, which is
the recovery.
The recovery.
Exactly.
And I find that one of the best.
Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of Reinventing Cool. I'm your host, Maria Ensabella, the founder of LondonCryo. On this podcast, I aim to talk to my guests throughout the process of their cryotherapy session, so you can get a behind-the-scenes look into the whole process while getting to know the guests better. Today we have with us JB Fernandez Versini. For the friends, we just call him JB. He has been in the restaurant business for quite some time, bringing to life a few very well-known brands. As an entrepreneur, JB manages to maintain a public image for his brands, juggling social events, his work life, and most importantly, looking after his health. As a guy who wakes up at 7 a.m. for a gym workout, visits LondonCryo almost every day, he's here to talk about his journey with health and wellness. JB, thank you for agreeing to be on today's podcast of Reinventing Cool.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's not only are we great friends, but you're also a loyal client here at LondonCryo.
Yep.
You've really incorporated what we've done into your lifestyle.
Yep.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, first of all, I had a question for you.
Of course.
What series is this podcast?
This will be episode number 13.
13. So I've been waiting for a long time to get on this podcast. So I'm glad that finally you invite me.
Finally.
So I just wanted to say thank you very much for inviting me. Finally.
Okay, we're waiting for your people to agree with my people, but we got there in the end, so here we are.
So great to finally get on this legendary podcast.
Thank you.
And great to be here with you.
Thank you. So JB, you're someone who I watch do cryotherapy who really goes on a journey and gets so much benefit from doing just the one session of cryo. Yeah. And you do it quite regularly, so your body's saying thank you all the time. Yeah. Do you want to share a little bit about that with us? How long have you been doing cryo, why you do it?
Yeah. So basically I got to know cryo about 10 years ago in America. Yeah. I got to know cryo thanks to a friend of mine called Christian Schmidt. Mm-hmm. And he was a big party person. He used to go out a lot, and he used to be always fresh. So we used to always wonder what was his secret. And then he shared with us about this new concept at the time,
right?
Which is cryotherapy.
Yes.
And we obviously all of us started thinking directly like, how do you get into a chamber and how do you get into this minus degrees? It must be so cold. It must be so painful and everything. You know, the same idea that everybody basically had. And years passed, and like everybody after a big night out, a big hangover.
Yes.
We all call each other. What can we do? and it came naturally, and we were like, okay, let's try this cryotherapy.
Yes.
So the first time I went into the cryotherapy, that was a bit. It's a bit like a new experience. You don't really know what's going to happen.
Of course.
And again, everybody has this stigma about like you going minus something. The minus.
It's scary. It's too cold. How can you do that?
Yeah, and stay in the chamber. Some people can be claustrophobic or something like that. And it went very well.
Yes.
The result was exceptional. Basically, it was everything that I needed at the time.
Yes.
The hangover went at the time. Well, now I don't do that for hangover anymore, but I used to do it at the time a bit more. And mentally, I feel refreshed at the time.
Did you feel that after your first session, or was it
straight away? Straight away, because I think that as we speak now, I get to know my body even better because, like you mentioned, I'm here. I'm basically living here.
Yeah,
I'm like your roommate. Basically, but it kind of like now I kind of get the three different stage in my cryo sessions. But the cold is the thing that actually my body reacts the best and help me the best. So first minute, I'm pushing myself to go something that I don't like. After the first minute, my body starts to basically relax because your body gets somehow, for me, I'm talking from my experience,
of course.
a bit numb. Not numb in a bad way,
but that makes sense.
You get used to it.
Yes, of course.
And the last minute, the cold take over,
Yeah.
and then I get into some sort of like meditation or something,
Yes,
because
yes.
you don't really think about anything else that you have in your mind.
Correct.
Your body is basically the
Fight or flight mode kicks in. That's right. And then you need to get through the next 1 or 2 minutes of the session. That's right.
And then when you get out of the session, suddenly, without realizing,
Yep.
you went into a motion of your brain, like a reboot or reset. So basically, after that, everything feels better. Now, I do a lot of gym, a lot of sport,
Yep.
from boxing to normal gym to running to everything.
Pilates, we're also known to do Pilates classes.
Together.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we need to get back.
Yeah.
And therefore, obviously, the age going higher and the years passing by.
Yes.
You need to take care of the second phase of exercising, which is
the recovery.
The recovery.
Exactly.
And I find that one of the best possible recovery that I ever imagine being able to use.
Yes.
I'm just a bit upset that basically it didn't start way earlier, because I would have started going there in my 20s. I mean, I don't understand.
Exactly.
I don't understand how people that basically, obviously, again, it's from my own experience.
Yes.
So, but I don't understand how people that have the means, because
yes,
it is a cost. But again, it's about what's your priority.
That's right.
And instead of doing certain things that are maybe unhealthy for you, if you take this budget and you're putting in something healthy, you can afford most of those new features that the world is giving to us.
Yes.
And that allow our body to push their boundaries. And that's why I'm almost every day in the facility.
Yeah, but it's also not about just pushing boundaries as well. Like, I mean, we're in the older category now, like with our age. It's also good for longevity. Okay.
Yeah.
Me more so than you.
No. You look younger, but
I know I do, but we know when I'm not, right?
We know. It's okay.
But we also know for longevity as well, it's really important to be doing these kind of treatments, because it helps with that as well, right?
Yeah.
So, and lowering our cortisol levels, so we're feeling less stress, especially like at an older age, we've got so much more that we have to deal with. So this does help with that aspect as well.
I think that's one part. The fact that we also live in a very intense city. I mean, obviously, I come from south of France, and where everything is a bit more relaxed, and where people just have the time to do things.
Correct.
When you live, and since 20-something years, I've lived in New York, in Dubai, in Paris, now in London.
Yes.
God knows what the next city is going to be. All those cities are really intense. You don't have the time that your normal body you need to recover from all the I don't want to be extreme, but excuse my French, the mental hostility that you can encounter in your daily environment.
It's a daily challenge, exactly, for a lot of people.
So people meditate, people go to the gym. Me personally, as soon as I close my eyes and I start to think about, I start to meditate, there's a million voices in my mind. So I'm not that kind of guy that like meditation.
Same, yeah.
So that's for me is an alternative, and that's for me also helped me a lot with my relaxation and when I go to bed.
Yeah.
Because since I started doing the cryo, my sleeping hours
improves,
are way more improved.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all about improving your body.
It is.
Longevity now.
Yeah. So JB, do you want to tell us what goes on in your daily life and how you incorporate cryotherapy and any of the other treatments you do here with us? Because I also know you're a fan of the hyperbaric oxygen chamber.
Big fan.
So can you tell us what a day in the life of JB looks like, and then how you incorporate our services here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a man of habit, basically. So every day I kind of are the same for me in terms of starting the day. So I wake up around 7 o'clock in the morning. I have my first drink, which is hot water with lemon to alkalinize the body.
Yes.
After that, I have my matcha.
Yeah.
And directly after that, depends, some protein bars or some banana or something like very, very small, but that kind of give me energy. Then I go straight to the gym. Depending on, it can vary depending on the phone call. If I have a phone call with friends or something like this, I might have to change the timing. But other than that, most of the time happen in the morning.
Yeah.
On the back of that, I actually organize my phone call because I walk from where I live to here.
Yes.
Summer spring, autumn, and winter, as you know.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
we do that together.
We
a lot.
do that together.
We do.
So
yes.
we do
Yes.
that work. And when I'm not having a good time with you working through this path, I'm basically on the phone with my business. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I normally get out of the gym and come straight up to LondonCryo, primarily because I want to clear my mind for the rest of the day,
Yes.
or because I want to anticipate some potential muscle ache because I push too much in the gym. And you know, I guess that life is always about anticipating.
Yes.
I always tell everybody in my environment, in my work, you need to anticipate. You don't need to be paranoid. You don't need to be hypochondriac, but anticipate.
Yeah, that's right.
If you eat vitamin C in the morning,
Yeah.
that will prevent you from having some sort of sickness in the future.
Correct.
It's the same as in everything, right?
Yeah.
If you eat healthy, that will give you a bit more strength in the future.
Yeah.
So I really try to make that moment for me depending on the rest of the day. So if I know that the rest of the day I'm going to be super not stressed, because I'm not really stressed, but like super busy or focused, and I'm going to have to then I go in the morning, and then I come back home, have my meal, and then all afternoon I'm working, obviously. Now if I have for example a big meeting in the morning and I have to change my routine because that's happened, then I will also change my cryo time, so at night I can have a better sleep.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. Yeah.
Now, what I would like to know, even though I know some bits and pieces, is what's your daily routine?
Yeah. So for me, the same thing. Like, I incorporate cryo every day in my life, and I have for probably a good 7 years now. So my day, as you know, I'm a mother of 2 children.
Yep.
So juggling between school runs and having to get to work, I like to do my cryo and sauna early in the morning when I'm not off training, which I also like to do in the morning. Then I'd come in, I'd do my sauna and I'd do my cryo session, and then I get ready for the rest of the day. And and most of that has got to do with obviously how we run LondonCryo. And but then I do stop at lunchtime sometimes to catch up with you when we do we'll do a Pilates class, and then we'll do our walk to LondonCryo together. So that's an important thing for me to incorporate in my lifestyle as well. So cryo has helped me not just physically, because I think I'm better now than when I was much younger, but mentally as well, because that's a lot to have to deal with during the day. Cryo is a part of my daily life as well.
The reason why you went into this business initially?
Yeah, of course. So it's because I was training for a marathon at the time, and I was in my 30s, and I wasn't recovering as quickly as I would like to, and I was going over to New York to do the marathon over there, and they have thousands of cryo places. So I thought, hang on, I'll give it a try. I did it over there and I fell in love with that, right? So, and then there was an opportunity. I came back to the UK and thought, wellness and fitness is my passion. We established LondonCryo 7 years ago, and it's just been a phenomenal journey for us. Thank you for asking that.
No. And that was another question, because the fact that traveling all over the world and you have a global idea of what's happening, right? So the States, they are full on into this kind of like wellness center. They are so into pushing the limit in a way that they are always welcoming new concepts.
Of course.
Do you see the same excitement here?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, that's a really good question. In the US, they have like thousands of cryotherapy centers. In the UK, there's not that many. A lot have come up in the last probably 2 years, and I think the market will continue to grow, but they say we're always 7 to 10 years behind what goes on in LA or in New York. So we're getting up to that. LondonCryo has been in the game now for 7 years. So we are getting hopefully to a point where more people are going to know about us. But the UK, we're still, I always say, we're still not where we need to be. Not only has my journey been part of establishing the brand, but also the awareness of cryotherapy. But I think we've come a long way in 7 years.
I think that I can see the development of the gym. The gym center, because prior to come to London, I was in New York for about 10 years. And when I first moved to London, my first reaction to the proximity of gym was like, wow, I do have to walk more than 2-3 streets to be able to find a workout place, right?
Correct.
Now fast forward this since I've been in London 10 years now, you have a gym in every corner.
Correct.
So yes, I guess that there's a slight delay between what's happening in the States, or even though now the Asia, because Asia is developing so much new concept and to what's happening in Europe, I would say.
Correct.
I was actually just in Bulgaria for 3 weeks at the end of my summer, and if you care, by the way.
No, I do. I want to know. Please do. No, this is really exciting for me.
If this is really exciting.
No.
Long story short.
Okay. Yes.
Don't cut that. Huh?
Okay.
Long story short.
But let's go the long version of the long story.
The long version of the long story. Exactly. The long version of the long story. No, and even in Bulgaria now, they're starting to put. I was in Sofia. Sofia is the capital.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, there's maybe 2 or 3 gyms that I know of, maybe more, that they put cryotherapy just now.
Oh, amazing.
So it is coming up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what excites me about what you're saying, is because we do compare it to the gyms and how they just saturated the market, and that's how they became what they are now. And hopefully the wellness centers are going to be following the same path, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, when you brought the oxygen chamber, right?
Another thing you love to do, right? There's so many benefits from doing that.
I'm a big fan, but I'm a big fan for several different reasons. Obviously, the health reason is the main one, but I also like to find myself alone in a cocoon. It feels like, and I do bring my work into it, which I guess that if I would suggest to other potential clients to do not do that and have like a 1 hour for themselves, but me, I cannot. I'm stuck to my phone. So so it's like it's part of the lifestyle, but I do love this atmosphere. I also do feel the benefit after I do it for many sessions.
Yes.
And I don't feel it just directly like when you get out of the cryo.
That's
right. Suddenly you'll be running after 6 months.
Yes.
You'll be running and you'll be like so much easier, and you'll be like, what did I change in my routine? And then you'll be like, oh yeah, my 2-3 sessions a week that I've done with the chamber.
Exactly.
I do love that. I do love something that I thought was really stupid, but now I'm a big fan.
Let's talk about that, because you are addicted to this one now.
I had the red light.
Yeah, of course.
The first time you told me, okay, stand in front of a red light, the panel, I thought to myself, what kind of joke is that?
That's right.
Seriously. And I stood in front of this red light.
And now you can't come here without doing that.
I'm doing it all the time. Exactly. When I have pain, when I feel a bit, my mood is a bit low and everything.
Correct.
And I do it every day.
Yes. And it's something that people need to do every day, right? I mean, we live in London. I know we're going through a hot spell now, but we don't normally have this sunshine. So the benefits you get from standing in front of the red light for that 10-20 minutes is very beneficial to you, especially your mood.
Yeah. And I also would add that sometimes when I have pain or ache and you tell me do the local red light, and I'm thinking to myself, really?
Until you do it.
And then you do it, and then suddenly you're like, okay, fine, that works. But at the beginning, you're like, there's something behind that must be a joke or something. But no, it's not. Clearly it actually works. Clearly, it works.
Correct.
Clearly, improve my lifestyle, improve my health, improve my energy, improve my mood. And I'm not even getting paid for this, for what I just said.
But you're going to get the keys to the place on your way out,
right?
I
hope so. But I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, it's the truth. It works, and you cannot just do that. I eat healthy.
Yes.
Well, I drink healthy also because I only drink tequila.
True. This is very true.
It's very healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do a lot of supplement. I eat a lot of vitamin.
Yeah.
And
and it's a combination of all those things. That's right. So the healthy lifestyle is not just about doing cryo, just not about going to the gym. You need to do everything all together. It is, what you take as supplements. It is, what food you digest and stuff. So it's all very important.
Yeah, it's everything. You cannot just do one thing. No. People think, okay, I'm going, and you cannot just do things one time.
No,
right?
It's cumulative. That's what you said about the hyperbaric. Like you notice after you've done 20 sessions, that's when your body goes, thank you. Now I've got that extra oxygen. Now I feel better. It's accelerated any recovery or repairs that you've needed in the body.
Yeah. And particularly when you live in places like London.
So JB, You're working on an exciting new project.
Yep.
Vitamins are such a big part. I mean, I know I take my supplements in the morning, magnesium, zinc, everything, NAD tablets, everything to help me.
Oh, you love this NAD tablet.
Oh, I do.
It's a big fan.
I do.
You're a big fan of
It
it.
just, the difference is when I take it to when I don't.
Yeah.
If I do take it, I know I'm going to be productive all morning because it's going to get something going in me. So I know the benefits of the NAD tablets.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. And because I still love to train so much, taking zinc.
Too much.
Maybe too much, people say,
yeah.
but I love it.
It fits you well.
Thank you. And it makes me feel good, which is even more important. But taking like zinc and magnesium are great for helping me sleep and then recover from the training as well as my treatments here. These things are also an important part. We know that we're not getting all the same nutrients and minerals as we used to because the soil's not the same. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that? Because you seem to know more about supplements than what I do.
Yeah, I have been a big fan of supplement for about 20-something years. Obviously, I started normally, gradually, with the usual vitamin C. The funny one that I basically discover here is vitamin D, because coming from the south of France, vitamin D is something you get from the sun. But here, if you don't put vitamin D, you get depressed. I find myself in November calling my doctor, telling him, I don't know what's going on in my life. I'm happy, everything is there, but I cannot move from the bed. And the doctor told me, do you take vitamin D? And I said, well, what's vitamin D?
Yes.
It's from the sun. He said, but no, I don't take vitamin from the sun. Obviously, you need to adapt and you need to take vitamin depending on where you are. Now, that leads to tell me, adding to my other venture, as you know, I do a bit of different businesses. And my new project is a vitamin project.
Right, okay, exciting.
Yeah. It's been in the pipeline for a couple of months now, a bit more, and we're still working on it. The development is as we speak, moving forward. It's basically based on the fact that, in my opinion, in the next years, people will want, and for sure after COVID, post-COVID, after people realizing that life is not just given to you and you need to really enjoy every minute. I think that people now really want to do more. And in order to do more, what do you need? You need energy. So once you've done your gym, once you've done your cryo, once you've done all those kind of tools that now the technology gives you in order to give you more energy, now you need to add to that a good vitamin and a good diet, right? This vitamin, as we're working with a nutritionist, PhD doctor, a researcher, is going to give you energy in order for you to push yourself to your limit, another boundary in a healthy way. I don't want to disclose too much because it's still in the pipeline. But that's something that will be different because knowing the vitamin as I know, there's a lot of vitamin now on the market that, and by the way, it's on my opinion, it's a personal opinion. Okay, certain vitamin now claim some benefit that they can claim because there's regulation. But that doesn't really make a big change, and I know that again because I've taken that. Now, the reason why this vitamin is going to be special is because we're going to make sure that people really feel all the energy we're going to claim.
That's incredible.
And hopefully it will help people in big cities like London, New York, Paris, Dubai, or in other cities, or people that do sport, or people that need to study more, or people that need to or people that like playing games, or whatever. All those anybody that wants to have a push of energy in a healthy way. So I hope
really
that I'll be invited again.
Later on down the track, of course, once it's launched, we would love to have you back on, and hopefully I will have tried it as well myself by then. So that would be amazing. So JB, I'd like to ask you one more question. For anyone still sitting on the fence about trying cryotherapy, what advice would you give them?
I will tell them, like, it seems a bit generic, but just try it. It's not something like, obviously everybody's going to be tempted to try something that is hot. Everybody loves the sauna because it's comfortable, it's hot, it's warm and everything. But to be honest with you, the feeling I get after my cryo session is 10 times better. I get more happy. I get more relaxed. My muscle have the energy than when I do a sauna. Okay, I'm not saying sauna is not good. I'm saying that for me at least, it works way better. And I think that everybody should give it a try. for two reasons. Because then if they don't try, they will not know.
Never know, correct.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to love it.
Exactly.
Because I don't know anybody around me that have tried it and never went back.
Correct.
Around me.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed. Thank you so much, JB, for being on the episode.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we look forward to having you back
Yes,
when you've launched with your exciting new product.
I'll be very pleased to come back.
Thank you.
Yeah.